full rather than half empty, because you see there is a progress. There was a time in this country we were doing 900,000 barrels a day. What we have now, we have moved from they've moved from 900 to 1.2, 1.2 to about 1.4. So if you add the condensate element, they are doing at about 1.6 if you add the condensate element. So the projection by the NMPC is that before the end of the year, they are looking at doing 1.7. Now, if you also look at the other aspect of how do you increase production? First of all, you have to have the enabling environment, and then you have to have the issue of security, and then you also have to stop the pipeline vandalization. So what you have at the moment is that, yes, there's a reduction in that, but what I expect the government to do is to go ahead and make sure that those big fishes or big fish that are responsible for bunkering, that they are also brought to book. Because if you don't apply appropriate stance or appropriate measure, you are going to have issues around that. So that's why I use the word, I would rather say the glass is half full rather than half empty. Yes, are they making progress? Yes, they are making progress. But is it slow? It's also quite slow. So what we expect government to do is to look at the area of security and create the enabling environment for business to thrive. One thing is very clear: if you expect people to increase production, you must give them that environment for them to do it. One of the biggest problems we have in that sector is policy flip-flop. By policy flip-flop is that you wake up one morning and the government tells you this is what we want to do, this is our plan for oil and gas, and in another 2 months, and then you have another policy. That too should not be a factor anymore. The government must say this is our goal, and this is what we are doing to achieve that. I'm also happy that you pointed out that this is one area in their manifesto where they had to set various goals for themselves. If you also look at the other aspect of gas, Africa actually has 620 trillion cubic feet of gas, where Nigeria contributes about 30% of that. So if you look at our gas reserve, what we have at the moment, we can, at the going rate at which we are doing, it can take us another 100 years to completely exhaust it. So first is allow investors to come in there, provide the necessary security, provide the right policy trust to enable investment, and then we will say, okay, we are gradually making progress. Not until we do this, we will still be moving, but it's going to be as if we are crawling.